everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode here on Riverbend Springs. Yes, we are doing a contract, which in the last episode, towards the end, I think it was towards the end, but at some point in the last episode, I said that we more than likely would do a contract or two, and I had a little look on the contract list, and oh my god, did my heart do some singing. There was a pea vining contract. Oh, I have wanted this day in Farming Sim for so long. I think Giants this year, whilst my game pauses and does whatever. I've got that bug again where I can't get out, but anyway, that's all I wanted to do. So, yeah, Giants this year, I think, more than any other version of the game, I think have hit the nail on the head for quite a lot of the FS game players, the serious FS game players. You know, those of us that are not online sort of slagging the game off and then playing it religiously offline. You know, the ones that have constructive things to say. I think Giants have really, as I say, hit the nail on the head for those type of people, and myself included. Because you've got some people that are absolutely ecstatic that dynamic pastures have come out. Me personally, it doesn't bother me either way. I think it's a nice feature. You know, was it one that I was desperate to see in Farming Simulator? No, because I didn't really have a problem with the way the game did it anyway. So for me, it was kind of, you know, a little bit, you know, sort of. Not irrelevant, but I could take it or leave it, you know. But I do think once I get the hang of it and once I get sort of using it and what have you, that I do believe that you know, I will appreciate more how much of a good feature it is. But there's people that play the game, you know, many hours a day and what have you, that will be an unbelievable feature for. But for me, this is what I have wanted in Farming Simulator for a very long time. Pea viners. Now I can't wait, because I'm fingers and toes and tongues and ears and eyes and well, I better not cross my eyes. But I've got everything crossed that Courseplay and Auto Drive do make it to FS25. Because then we will be able, or I will be able to set up an absolute dream what can I say, sort of scenarios and situations where we have 4 or 5 pea viners in a field, just the same way as we did it at work. And we had the Oxbow ones. Yeah, we had the Oxbow ones and FMC, but they have now all been, the FMCs were slowly but surely being phased out, and we were getting around to all Paloga and Oxbows, and as I say, the FMC ones have now all completely gone. So you know, this is when I worked on the farm, and it's always my biggest regret is that when being on the P team, as I was for two separate seasons. So I think I did my second year on the farm, I think it was, I was on the P team, then I missed a couple of 3 years, and then I went back onto the P team for another season, and on both occasions I never did get a ride in a P viner, and it's one of my biggest regrets in farming that I have not been able to have a ride on a P viner. I've literally ridden every machine or whatever there is to ride, or what we did, or you know, whatever we did or had, I managed somehow to get a ride on it. But a P viner I just never did. And so if there's anyone out there that does this or has them or whatever, that's willing to let me have a lap or two of the field, just riding. I don't want to drive, just I'm happy to ride in the P-Viner. Then please leave a message, because I would absolutely love to have a ride in the P-Viner. I don't know what it is about them. I genuinely don't know what it is about P-vining and stuff like that. I absolutely loved it. As I say, the 2 times that I got to drive the tractor and trailer was absolutely wow. I think it's a bit silly to say it was an honour, but I honestly, I was very excited. And there's 3 P contracts in there at the moment, in the contract bit. So we might have to just sneak in a second one, but I won't do all 3, I promise. But yeah, I was sort of kind of loading it in. I was like kind of, well, the work on our farm is getting a little bit, I need something to do, and I thought, well, I was going to do a couple of contracts. And can I just say as well, September is extremely late for doing pea harvest. The pea harvest that we used to do used to be from mid-July to the first week in August. So sort of September is quite late. I don't know as if we would pea vine that late, to be fair. I think by September they would have already have gone over to harvest peas, and they would have been allowed to get to the end of their growing season. We would then spray them off and then harvest them with a combine. But yeah, as I say, but who cares? Because I'm driving a P-Viner, so I don't really care. Yeah, it's been a fantastic addition to the game. And like I say, there's quite a few additions to the game this year. There's been quite a few things. You've got the P-Viners and the beans and the spinach. You've got sort of twisters and natural disasters. You've got deformable ground, which a lot of people have wanted. Is it as good as Terrafarm? Probably not, but it's certainly a very good start. They've gone to all this trouble to make ground like this, and you still can't dig it, or as far as I know, you can't dig it. And I thought, I did a video last night, because I thought something had sort of been sneaked into the game, or snuck into the game without no one telling us, and without anybody sort of realising. And I'll show you what it is. And I did a whole video on it, and then I decided to go into FS25 to make sure I wasn't talking rubbish. And lo and behold, the one feature that I really wanted in FS25 was already in the bloody game. It's all way up. They've given me a trailer that's a little bit too high for this elevator. There we go, that doesn't look too good. Mind you, in real life that would just chuck the peas a little bit further, but we'd have a lower trailer, that's for sure. We'd definitely have a lower trailer, so that we could get the middle of the trailer a lot nearer to the chute. And also as well, on the real one, the elevator is controllable, but it doesn't appear to be on farming. Oh, it is. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Oh, there you go. So I'm talking rubbish about that as well. But anyway, just really quickly, right? Oh, the combine's gone. That's such a shame. I wasn't going to buy it anyway, but while it was there was still the opportunity. Was this feature here, and I did a whole video on, this is going to be a game changer for me, for everyone that likes to go around building farms and blah 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 blah, and stuff like that. So I came into here, right? I went on to here. And then because I never have the F1 menu HUD up when I do landscaping and do different things like that. I never have the HUD up because it just gets in the way. And the fact that on FS25 it's got, I'm a little bit high out, but it's like that. And I have been saying for the whole of FS25. Wouldn't it be great if we could do that? Because then I could see where I need to be level with. I can see what I need to join up with and what have you. And I didn't realise, and I happened to see the advanced controls and the middle mouse button. And I thought, well, what does that do then? And I did it, and then it was like, oh my God. I thought, you just cannot make this game for me any better as it is at the moment. And I made a whole video on how that was such a great feature and how I was going to really enjoy building farms and stuff. And then I thought, I better just make sure that it isn't in FS22. And lo and behold, it is in FS22. You can do it in FS22. I was annoyed, shocked and pleased all in as equal measures. Just kind of like, how the hell have I played a game for, what, 3 years? Is it 3 years I think we've been playing it? And I thought, and I've missed that. It's like, how on earth did I get to miss such a great feature when all of the times that I've been, you know, building farms and stuff on FS22, and I've been going, oh, I really want to be able to put this camera level down, you know, so I can actually see what I'm doing. And the bloody feature was in the game all along. Well, there you go. Anyway, I've rattled on for too long. Let's get this field harvested. We'll have a little bit of time lapse and then we'll meet again. And I'm back. Right. What I'm going to do is I have reached the end of the headland, so I've just got this bit here to do, and then the bit across the top, and that's the headland then finished. I'm then going to leave the pea vining there because I think you've probably seen way too much pea vining, even though I'm having the time of my life. But what I'll do is I'll get the rest of this contract done off camera, and then we'll go back to our farm, and we've got a field to plough, which I want to get on with. And then we need to kind of decide what we're going to do with the cows. I want to get rid of them, but let me know in the comments. Do you want to get rid of them, or do you want me to keep them? If you want me to keep them, that's fine, that's no problem, but we are going to have to try and find some grass from somewhere. Yes, I think now they graze on the grass that's in the paddock, or in their pen, or whatever you call it. So that's fine. But if you do want me to keep them, then what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is one of the fields that we've got on the farm, I will drill that with grass, and then we will have grass to feed our cows. So let me know. I want to get rid of them, but if you want me to keep them, I'll keep them, and that's fine, that's no problem. As I say, you know, you just let me know. But so I won't get rid of them for an episode or two, just in case, as I say, people do say, you know, no, keep them, you know, try and sort of build from there, sort of thing, which is no problem. But as I say, it's down to you guys, and if I don't hear anything from anyone, then I'll just get rid of them. Because that's what I want to do. But as I say, I'm quite happy in terms of gameplay. This is a bit like kind of, I think this particular game save, you know, may as well be for all of us. So if there's something you want to see within the you know, within the episodes, or if there, you know, something that there's a particular thing you would like me to do during the episodes, you know, a particular brand of tractor that you want me to, you know, buy, just let me know, because what will happen is otherwise I will literally go with you know, what I think. So if as I say, there is something that you want me to either use or go with or whatever, then you know, that's what I will aim to do. I think for the long time foreseeable future, every bit of kit and machinery that we buy will be second hand, so it will be out of the sales market, just because there's no need for a farm our size to be buying brand new tractors and stuff. We certainly won't be buying anything like this. I just wanted to have a little go with it, and I just kind of, I don't know, like a like a kid at Christmas, you know. It was like, I've got a new toy and I want to share it with everyone. I want everyone to kind of, you know, see me and my new toy. So yes, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here now. We'll skip over to our farm. We will quickly get on with that ploughing, and then for this episode that will be it. I realise there's not as much in this episode as perhaps what there was in the last episode, but I saw the P contract and it was like, oh wow, I got to do it. So we'll get this off here, these rolls off, and then we'll get the plough on. And once we get the plough on, we will go and plough that field. It won't take very long, and then, as I say, that will be the conclusion to this episode. I'll plough it a different way for you this time. So the way we did it last time was kind of, in many respects, it's the tougher way to plough it, which is where you start in the field. So you count the number of headland, breeds you're going to do. You start in the field, and then what you do is you then work through the middle, and then you just keep going round and round and round and round the field. There is a second way to plough, and when I was at work, this is the way that I chose to plough, mainly because when you've got a big plough on the back of your tractor, it is slightly easier to do it this way. So it's called, or I say it's what I call three-side ploughing. So yeah, again, we'll just set up the steering lines. Yeah, it wants to do 5, that's fine. So yeah, it's, as I say, it's called I call it 3-side ploughing. So basically what you do is you go into the field like this, and then you're back into your corner, and now you'll always get a little bit that won't be ploughed, but that's fine, because when we come to do the actual headland, oh hang on, that hasn't snapped on. We'll try that again, only this time we'll snap it onto the line so it actually does drive in a relatively straight line. But you'll keep doing this, and then when you get to the other end, what we'll do is then we will then turn around and then back into the corner, and then plough it out again to where we've already ploughed, and we'll do that 2 or 3 times, and then we will then start to do it, you know, sort of properly, if you like. But for the first few breeds, you just plough right up to the dike like this here, and dabby dozy, and then you turn around. You'd have to turn around in the field, but I don't have to because there's no dike there. If there was a dike there, now this is the way that I would. So this is the way that I would do it if we were ploughing and drilling, because it's quick, it's easy, and it doesn't take a great deal of setting up in terms of when you're in the field. You know, if you've got a drill shoved up your backside, this is the way that I would do it. So you do this. It doesn't mean you run on your work, but if you've got a drill shoved up your rear end, you know, it doesn't matter that you're running on your work, because the drill's got a power hour on it anyway, so it's going to level it all off. It's going to take all your wheelings out, so it doesn't really matter as much. So you do this a couple of times, and then what you do is you plough all the way across, and it's called 3-side ploughing because you'll only have three sides of headlands to do, because you've already done this side. Whereas the other side, I would do it the way that we did that field next to us to our right. I would do it that way if it was going to be left over winter, so that there was very few wheelings in it. And then, of course, if there's not many wheelings in it, I'll just plough it straight out. It doesn't matter. If there's not many wheelings in it, then water's not going to settle in it and then sit in the corners or sit, you know, wherever you've left your wheelings. So that would be the reason why, you know, you would choose to do it that way, or why I would choose to do it that way for winter ploughing. Just because then, you know, there's very few wheelings in there. As I say, the water won't settle, and you'll have a nice even finish when you come to work it in the spring, especially if we were going to be planting potatoes. It's a really great technique if you're going to be planting potatoes. Again, you won't have the wheelings and you won't have the water. So yeah, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on and plough this, and then towards the end, when I'm on the headlands or whatever, I will bring you back in and I'll try and show you what we do. So here, I now wouldn't bother. I mean, I would do another one where we've reversed over it and done it and everything if it was real life, just because if there's a dike, and usually in most of the fields I worked in, there was a dike on, you know, sort of each end of the field, around the field sort of thing. So, you know, I couldn't turn off the fields like I am able to here, and because I am able to here, that does then influence the way that I do plough the corners. You know, I would have done a couple more of what we did the first time round just to make sure I was well enough into the field, but it's not going to matter here so much. I mean, eventually we'll get like British maps, and we'll get maps with dikes and stuff, and then once that happens, I can then show you how to plough out a dike so that you get drainage, and also as well you get your corners ploughed out as well. But as I say, that'll be for another video. I'm going to switch over to some time lapse, and then as I say, once I get to the headlands, it's not a very big field, it isn't going to take all that long. Once I get to the headlands, I will then bring you back in, and I'll try and remember to show you how to plough the course, or how you plough then across and then keep turning, because then you reverse what you did the first time around doing it the other way, and it's not as complicated as it sounds, but I'll show you. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on and I need to shut up, so I'm going to go off to some time lapse. Right, we are near the headland. Well, we're virtually on the headland now. So this is what I mean about sort of 2 to 3 side ploughing. So if you was plough drilling, you would just carry on until you get to a little bit further in, and then you would then start to do a small headland and let the drillman behind you sort it out. So they would drill the headland how they wanted it. So you could plough basically from that side of the field to this side of the field on the up and downs, and then just all you do is leave your last breed free, plough this headland, and then drive down your last breed, plough the other headland, and then come out the field, or the other headland and then this headland. Make more sense because you want to get back to the farm. But as I say, we've now got the headland breed. So what you would then do is, and what I'll do, rather than plough it from in to out, I'll plough it from out to in. And that basically means we're just going to plough it from, say if this was a dike, we're going to plough it from the dike out into the field. And again, always make sure that your ins and outs go past where your last breed of the headland is going to be, and that is very important for the drillman, that is, because otherwise you're going to have essentially 2 furrows on the end, and that makes it really uncomfortable. It doesn't matter about the wheelings on that side because we're going to plough them out as well. So we'll come across here, and as I say, this is the way that a lot of people do it. It's not wrong to do it this way, it's not right to do it this way, do you know what I mean? It's just how some people prefer to do it. You know, it's just plough across. So plough this headland, then do, as I say, you would have left a up and down. You would have left and a breed to get back the other way, and then you would just carry on. So what we'll do is, I don't know why that's done. Oh, it's because this corner's not square. Okay, that's why it's done that. Why did I turn the plough for? I'm not concentrating it. But yeah, I just wondered why it had done what it had done, but it basically done that because it's not a square corner. So that's the reason why. It's just a bit weird to have ploughed it like that, but that's fine. So again, we can sort of, again, you'd be in the field, so you'd have to go on to where you've ploughed. But you would then, as I say, you would plough your wheelings out again as you come round. But that's kind of how you would do that. This wasn't the best field in order to show you that, and actually I thought it was going to be, because I thought the corners were square. Now, not your corners in real life are not all square, trust me. It would make life so much blooming easier if it was, but they weren't. But I just thought it would be, it would make it easier for me to show you and demonstrate to you what I was kind of trying to talk about. It will be better once we get some British maps, coming out for the game. I think Oxygen David is currently working on one, which is cool. Although I do find his maps sometimes not playable, just because they're like Court Farms. I quite liked Court Farms, and the same with Calmsden, but a lot of them were, Calmsden, massive fields and then really tight gateways into the grass field, so it meant that you needed big tractors for the main fields and then tiny tractors for the grass field. Well, not too many farmers are going to be buying all kinds of different size tractors for all kinds of different, they want one tractor that can basically do pretty much every job. But anyway, that's just my take on it, and as I say, a lot of people don't agree because of the map that it was, but that's fair enough. But as I say, that and Court Farms, I just felt like it, for me and my style of play, it wasn't all that playable. But if it's one of the first maps that comes out for FS25, then naturally we'll be taking a look and probably doing a let's play or a save on there, and having a crack at it. Why not? But yeah, so I'll just go around the headlands, as I say, and get these done. But there's been quite a bit of ploughing in the first couple of videos, so I'm going to end the video here. Thanks ever so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that thumbs up button, and also as well, if you haven't done already, maybe consider subscribing. Many people that watch YouTube and channels and their sort of favourite YouTubers, sort of think they have subscribed when maybe they haven't, or they maybe have subscribed and then on another occasion, you've been clicking around on the screen and you've unclicked the subscribe button and maybe not realised. So as I say, it's free to do, and it really does help out the channel massively, and me. And as I say, as I said in the video the other day, I have put a link up now to buy me a coffee. Honestly, no pressure, no, if you don't want to, that's fine. The link is there. I've used Ko-fi to do it, so that the money that you give, basically, I don't have to pay a percentage of it to YouTube. I get it all, and as I say, any money that I do raise will be and does get donated, I will be putting towards my new PC and other equipment. So once we get the PC bought, there's other things that I want to update and upgrade. So I want better editing software. Also, would like to do some courses in video editing and stuff like that, so I can learn and really be able to do my best. So as I say, the link is in the description. That's only if you want to. Honestly, you don't have to. That's fine. But yeah, so thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.